set into play by Gunther Schuller 40 years ago are still felt very much today in these kinds of invisible pathways that happen between musical departments here. You know, usually we get this idea of genres as though they're very distinct boxed things, like things that exist in a record store. If record stores still existed, you would see them. There would be a jazz section and a classical section. That's not how musicians think. So this concert is really a way of honoring those kinds of musicians' sort of secret pathways that function very importantly and not always so obviously between all of these categories.
If you listen to the piece that's being rehearsed in the background, you'll notice that the binary that we started with 40 years ago, jazz and classical, is no longer working in this binary way. Now we've got all kinds of other genres which interpenetrate. You're going to hear elements of bluegrass in what's going on here, and traditional Appalachian music. So there can be these kind of blendings as well, Appalachian music with jazz, if you want to say, or with classical. Look, the thing is also, here it is. You can hear elements of klezmer, you can hear elements of Appalachian music within a couple of bars.
Finish never like the present. Found sermon so pleasant.
How would a Verdi Beethoven fan respond to Thelonious Monk? So it's a different, whole different feeling, but I think if they can get the orchestral sounds, of course Duke Ellington is his own man, but they're wonderful harmonic things that Mahler does. So if chords are sort of on their way out to a lot of improvised music now, I think people, if they can appreciate the wonderful harmonies he does. I'm doing a chronicle of the life of Mahler, starting with the death theme. He's had such an extraordinary life and such tragedy with all the deaths surrounding him, and so it's a sad, angry piece I'm doing.
On the program is listed as I'll Be Seeing You, which is a popular song first published in 1938, and a lot of people know this song. It's got a pretty iconic status as a jazz standard, and also
it's
a
wartime
song.
classic.
Musicologists have noted a similarity between the melody, the opening melody of I'll Be Seeing You, and a theme from the last movement of Mahler's Third Symphony. And what we're going to be doing is playing a kind of an improvised recomposition of these two works.
We have taken our improviser's sensibility and we've applied it to the third movement of Mahler's Third Symphony without changing anything. We've just been improvisers playing it playing it over and over, and because we're improvisers, things start to happen.